This is the worm harvester. Basically, we take a scoopful of our worm castings out of here and we toss it in this. It has a slide angle, and this is one of the things we adjust to get things working just right as we go along through the day. I'll probably adjust the angle of this thing 2 or 3 times. The wetness of the feed stock is going to affect what angle we run it at, and a lot of other factors. So it's nothing that you just said and it's done. With that said, the worms are going to work their way down into this screen part here. Now in the screen, this is where we're going to lose most of our material in the process. All of the small stuff is going to drop through, including the eggs, the really baby worms, so on and so forth. But most of the worms will make it through to this end. This end is the working end right here. This is where all of the separating is done. If you remember when you were a kid and you tried to go down a slide with shorts on, do you remember how you would stick to the slide and you know, you couldn't go anywhere? That's kind of the same theory on how this works here. The worms and the bigger material are going to come into this section, and the big stuff is going to run straight through. It's not going to stick to the slide. But the worms, when they cross through this, they're going to get that same effect where they get stuck to the slide. It's going to carry them up onto the edge, and that's going to bring them off to the other side where they can drop into the bin away from everything else. And so let's fire this thing up. I'm going to have Bob throw a pitchfork in for us, and we'll follow a couple loads down through the process. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. We've thrown another pitchfork of worms in. They're working their way through the screen. All of the small stuff is dropping through. Coming back to the working end. And the big nuggets drop off to the side. And the worms are all riding a little slide up the side and dropping off on the far side. And then in the tray we get about half worms and half material, which we'll still have to sort later, but that's real easy and no problem.